Creating AI agents is no more a job of hardcore developers. Everyone who knows how to use a laptop now can create their own agents. Won't you believe it? So stay tuned till the end of this video. I will try creating an agent and also will guide you through each and every step and will make you create your own agent. And guess what? Everything is free of cost. Yes, as we discussed in our previous videos as well regarding to the AI, whatever I am going to teach you, everything is free of cost. You can start implementing them. So you might be well aware if you have gone through our previous videos on the channel. Whatever the things I am going to teach you related to the AI are completely free of cost, so that everyone can gain full knowledge regarding the AI. And you need not subscribe or you need not pay for any AI service over here. You don't need any API key at all. We are going to make use of Llama here, and here is the clear guide how to get started with Llama on your local machine. And also, most of you might be worried, my system is not that much capable of holding a model, and even I have given the solutions for that in this video. So why let's get started with this particular video and try creating your own agent now. So here carefully try to go through the video. I'll show you step by step, and don't skip any part of the video, because if you are not aware of the Python code or not worked with AI before. Let us start with the run agent now. Let me close this terminal for now. And so here this is the important method here, and from this particular method I'll be going to clearly guide you through the entire code. So the first step is, here we are trying to print out the goal and what exactly we are trying to perform using this particular agent, and the goal will be printed here. And you might be having few questions. I will try to answer one by one here. So the first thing is, what is the task? So let us see what the task is and from where we are getting. So if you scroll down a bit here, if I have 2500 rupees and spend 37% on food, how much is left? So this is what the task which I am trying to give to the agent here. And max loop is 10 by default I have given here, and again you can customize this according to your requirement. And that is what is being printed here as the first line to show what exactly happening in this particular task. And the next step is agent memory. In the messages array, we have specified two roles here. The first one is system and the second one is user. So system is what exactly you want AI to behave like. So for example, sometimes when you are using the AI, right, you try specifying like act like a 20-year professional developer and try to handle this particular scenario, or try to sort out this particular issue. You try to specify some issue, right? So that is what the system prompt here. Let us go through it. We have specified like you are an autonomous agent, you solve task step by step. So we are trying to put a context for the AI here, so behave in this particular way. The second thing is the task. So just now I showed you the task, right? So this is what the task. So these two things we have clubbed into this particular messages here, and we are going to pass on that messages in the next step to the AI model. We have started the for loop here. And why we have started for loop? Because in the very first attempt the solution might not be found, so we need a loop to be running, so that in the first iteration half of the solution might be completed. And again, I don't say half exactly, so the solution might be divided into multiple parts, and step by step we need to sort out the issue. That's the main reason why we are going through these loops here. So the messages which we have added earlier, we are passing to this chat function. And again, what is this chat here? let us try to see here. Chat will accept a list of messages and then it will try to provide the same to the llama here. Okay, where exactly the AI is configured in the code? So that is the very first question, right? Let me try to show you. So here, this is the configuration step here, and we are using llama here. So I have specified in the initial part of the tutorial, right? We are going to make use of a free AI, right? So here in this vlog, I have clearly explained you how to get started with llama, and in this vlog, I have clearly explained you how you can easily use llama models on your machine, even though your machine is not that compatible to run the model. Here I am using the cloud model as specified in this particular video. The next step is system prompt we have just seen, and the remaining things I will be explaining you as on I flow through those parts in the code. So here, that is how we have got the llama URL and the model name here. So we have specified those two things, and the messages, we have seen the messages earlier, right? So these are the messages here, and I'm just trying to show you what are all the things we are trying to pass to the AI. So we are not directly giving the task to the AI here. We are setting up the environment over here, and stream we are marking it false because we don't want a stream of data currently now. So these options will provide us the customizations, like how we are expecting the response from the AI, and I will be clearly explaining you these customizations in a separate video. To know regarding them, just let me know in the comment section below. So this is how we have configured the input to be provided for the AI model here. And now get back to the code. So here the run agent, right? Here we are trying to specify the tool name, tool input. So we haven't discussed regarding the tools, right? So let me go back here and now carefully observe this particular prompt here. So this is completely system prompt we are trying to give to the AI model. And here in the system prompt, the first line we have specified how exactly the AI should behave, and the second one is the available tools, and we have given two tools for the AI to use here. The first one is calculator and the second one is task complete. And again, you might think these are very simple tools, and can't AI handle this particular task? Do we need to provide the tools for AI? So that is what the important step in agentic AI you need to make sure know before creating an agent. So imagine AI sometimes goes to the hallucination phase where it tries to provide you continuously wrong information. We want to avoid such a scenarios when we are creating our own agent here. So in the agent, we are carefully trying to handle how the AI will behave. So for that, we have created these tools. For example, calculator tool, it will try to precisely make the calculations so that it will avoid the AI going into the hallucinations. And again, I'm not saying every time AI will go to the hallucination. Sometimes it will go through. Here in the example, to make the things easy for you, I have added the calculator tool, but in real time you can replace it with a specific tool according to your requirement. So like that, we have specified two tools here and also format requirements. So what is the format requirements? In the next step, I will try to explain you, and I can clearly explain the system prompt in a single go, but I just don't want to confuse you. Step by step, I want to show you the code, and step by step, I want to explain you exactly what happening. So here we have got the tool now. So if the tool name is task complete, right, we will try to finalize by providing the answer and return. But we are in the initial stage, so we have not yet started processing, so this won't come up here. So this is the final step, and check if tool was called. And here in this particular step, we are going to print the tool name and the tool input here. And you might question me from where we are going to get this tool input. So this tool input is nothing but we are going to fetch from the parse tool call here. So this function, what exactly this function going to do is like it will try to fetch the response from the AI model. So here we have curated the input, right? So once the input is processed, we will be fetching some information from the AI model, and we will try to extract the information what it provided. So imagine we have configured the AI, we have provided the roles and the task for the AI, and we provided it, and AI in return provided us the response, and that particular response we are trying to parse over here. So I think this is very much clear. And when we are trying to parse the response, we are trying to read what exactly AI provided us, which tool it is going to use, and what is the input it is trying to provide to that particular tool. And again, here a very big question you people might ask me: what if the tool is not available with us, and what if the input the tool can't handle? So let's go back to the system prompt. Here, this is the step where I want to explain you the format requirements. So we have clearly specified to the AI, whenever you are trying to respond, follow this format. So you need to specify the tool name what you want to use, and also the input what you want to provide to that particular tool. And the answer I think you got now. What if the tool is not available? We have clearly specified these are the available tools. So the AI will be picking any one of the tool from the available tool itself. So it won't go beyond that, because we have specified the prompt in such a way. Here the tool name input, we are going to parse the tool name and also the input, and we are going to return it. So that is the work of this particular function here. And now again we get back to this particular run agent function here, and print the observation save exchange to memory. So here we are trying to store the result and go further to the next step. Don't get confused here why we are storing the context and why we are going further, because I will try to show you with the output here now exactly. Let me try to run this particular code now. So here quickly try to see the output. The first step what I have shown you, right? So here quickly try to observe the output goal. It is trying to print the goal. So this is what the first step I have shown you. Yes, this is what printed. And as I have said, the first loop it is going to go through here, and the first loop here, tool name, everything is happened, right? So messages dot append. So what happened here in the first step is it tried to calculate 2500 into 0.37. So this is what the task we have given to it. So 37% out of 2500. So this way it tried to calculate, and it got the observation as 925. So this is the first observation that it got in the first loop, and it tried to continue through the second loop, and in the second loop here you can see it remembered the output 925 here. So that is what we are going to do in this particular step. We are trying to save the response that we got from the first loop and trying to provide it back to the loop here. And again we will get some formatting failures here sometimes, even though you specify the system prompt. Mostly it won't go, but sometimes based upon the model, if the model is not properly trained. So here we are using this particular model, which is a cloud model, and it is working perfectly as of now. But sometimes the model you are going to pick it might not process this particular system prompt, or something might come up and it won't process according to the agentic configurations which we have given. So in that situation we need to handle the formatting failures as well, or else it will continuously run through the loop, might not provide us the expected output, or even it might crash. Okay, so this is how we are handling the formatting failures. So the next loop here, again it's similar. The next loop it processed to 2500 minus 925 here, and it provided the final result like 1575, and it got the final output. So this is what the output, and after that there will be the final loop that will be going on. And what will be happening in the final loop is like we have one more tool, right? The tool is task complete tool. So that particular task complete tool will be triggered here, and the finished final answer is printed on our screen, and that's it. Our agentic AI completed the task which we have given to it. I'll be providing you this particular complete code in the blog here, and the link for the blog I'll be providing in the description section below. And I hope you have got a very good idea of how to implement your own agent. If you're feeling a bit confused, just try to watch the video again, because in the first attempt you might not understand the complete flow, but this particular video will surely make you understand the flow if you watch for 1 or 2 times. And also in my previous video I have shown you how you can utilize AI and clean your desktop, and here's the link for the video I'll be providing in the description section below as well. So I hope you found this video interesting. If yes, do like, share and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content on AI.